Here we are again at the Building Exhibition Center where we have our workshop studio. But today the video is all about saying thanks to TAL South Africa on their fantastic contribution to our studio. Here we have a white epoxy floor which is just absolutely gorgeous. It is robust to commercial grade. It's going to be perfect for doing demonstrations of variable flooring installation techniques, and it just reflects the light perfectly. We've actually already nicknamed it our milk pond. We're going to be going through the various stepping stones of how this floor was installed with Matthew from TAL South Africa, but thank you guys, really, we appreciate your support of flooring education, and yeah, here's to beautiful floors from zero to hero. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Larry. I'm from MacTool. We're here today to do a demonstration on the blue floor grinder. So I've got a Tool-Co blue floor grinder single disc. Reason I'm using this machine is because I'm looking at the area. It's a small area. It's about 20-40 squares. So this machine is maneuverable. It's on the second floor. So you don't need a bigger machine than that. So it's a single phase machine. 16 amps enough to run the machine, as opposed to our 3-phase machines where I don't think you guys have the power facility to do that. So single disc would do. So we're going for a surface profile of 3. Just so we can open up the floor to an even consistency so we can apply our primer. So the reason why we've got the vacuum cleaner is because we're going to create quite a bit of dust, and the vacuum cleaner is there to remove any dust particles. And because we're working inside, internally, you don't want any dust particles forming. In order to protect the operator from dust buildup, silicosis to remove all the debris out of the air, and that's a real threat to the human being. So if you want to be safe, please use the vacuum cleaner.
How's it? I'm Matthew. I represent TAL in Cape Town. I specialize in flooring underlayments and overlayments. And today we're going to be putting down an epoxy self-leveling system, which is comprised of 3 different stages of application. MacTool have been here and prepared the floors for us to give us a concrete surface profile of around 3 to 4. Which is perfect for epoxy. A concrete surface profile of 3 to 4, it's basically a gauge where they measure the lows, the low troughs and the high profile of the substrate, and it gives you a medium figure. So today we're going to be putting the primer down. We're going to be putting it down by trowel and then back rolling it with a mohair roller. We're using 100% solids epoxy, which is going to give us a very nice even film. We're back at the Building Expo Center today, day 2. We're happy with the primer that we put down yesterday. It's given a nice uniform glaze over the surface, so it's done its job and it's sealed the surface. Today we'll be skimming the floor using a little bit of the top coat that we're going to put down tomorrow as the skim fill material. The reason why we use it is that it's the same parent material as the top coat, and that it will give you a good base, a mascara to put your final finish over. So the purpose of the scraper coat is really to fill imperfections in the floor. You always get imperfections, small little blowholes, and the scraper coat gives you a chance to identify those areas and repair them before putting your final finish down. We're back today to put the final coat of high-build epoxy down on Barry's floor. We've been supported throughout this process by Kam Tools, supplied by MacTool. They've got a wonderful range of tools, and they've got all the tooling you would require to put a floor down successfully. An example would be this gauging rake, which I've got in my hand. We're going to pull the system down at about 800 microns today, and the thickness of the film is largely determined on the size of the rake that you use. For example, this is a 2mm rake, and it'll give us about an 800 micron film finish. So we've also used a 1.1 kilowatt handheld mixer, which is the right tool to mix up epoxy with, as well as self-leveling underlayments. It's supported us really well. It's got variable speeds, 2 gears, and it can mix up anything. In terms of curing, generally Epoxies are gauged by temperature, although it's a cross-linking process, but it does rely on temperature to help it cure quicker. So we're going into winter now. Although we're indoors, the slab is a little bit cold, so the curing times are slightly retarded, but generally you should be able to get onto the floor within 24 hours between various applications. This final application will probably take us about an hour or so to pull out, and then final cure would be, I'd say give it 48 hours, but a full mechanical cure would be between 5 and 7 days.
If you found this video informative, or if you want to see more exciting adventures in the flooring industry based here in South Africa, but actually relevant to the entire world, please consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and we'll happily explore your question or your floor type in this very creative space. Thanks, TAL.